Last night, Spain beat Argentina 1-0. Ferran Torres scored in extra time, in the 106th minute, in front of 80,000 people at MetLife Stadium to win the 2026 World Cup. One goal. One moment. But that single goal sits on top of a machine worth $13 billion. Because a football match isn't just a game. It's one of the most efficient money-making systems humans have ever built. So where does all that money actually come from? And who really got rich when that ball hit the net? Let's break down how football clubs and federations make billions. The biggest secret in football isn't on the pitch, it's in your living room. The single largest source of money in the game is television rights. Broadcasters pay enormous sums for the right to show matches, because football is the one thing millions of people will watch live, at the same time, with ads they can't skip. In the 2026 World Cup, broadcasting rights alone brought in nearly $4 billion. Clubs and leagues sell these rights, then split the money, and for many big clubs, TV money is the #1 line on their income sheet, bigger than tickets, bigger than shirts. When you watch for free, you're not the customer. You're the product being sold to advertisers. Look at any football shirt, and you'll see it covered in logos. The front, the sleeve, the training kit, the stadium name, even the ground itself. Sponsors pay clubs hundreds of millions to put their brand in front of a global audience for 90 minutes at a time. A shirt sponsorship for a top club can be worth more than the entire budget of a smaller club. Airlines, betting companies, tech giants, car brands, they're all buying attention. And attention, in football, is the rarest currency there is. The players wear the badge, but the brands are quietly bankrolling the whole show. Then there's the transfer market, the part that feels like a casino. Clubs buy and sell players for tens, sometimes hundreds of millions. A club can spend a fortune on a striker, then sell him 2 years later for even more, treating human beings like appreciating assets. Selling clubs bank the fee, agents take a cut, and buying clubs bet that the player will win them trophies, TV exposure, and shirt sales. Sometimes it pays off spectacularly. Sometimes a $100 million signing barely plays. It's high risk, high reward, and it moves more money in a single summer than most industries see in a year. But money doesn't just flow in, it burns out fast. The biggest cost, for almost every club, is wages. Star players earn staggering salaries, and the best clubs spend a huge share of everything they make just paying their squad. This is the tightrope of football finance. Bring in TV money, sponsors, and transfer fees at the top, and watch most of it disappear into wages at the bottom. That's why a club can generate hundreds of millions and still lose money. The game is rich, but the clubs are often living right on the edge. Now the part fans feel directly: match day. For last night's final, the venue revenue was projected around $11 million, with concessions and retail adding a few million more. Tickets are just the entry point. Once you're inside, everything is designed to make you spend. Food, drinks, programs, halftime snacks, premium seats, hospitality boxes. Stadiums aren't just arenas, they're shopping centers built around a pitch. 80,000 people, each spending on tickets, a drink, a scarf, a meal. It adds up to millions in a single night before anyone even mentions TV or sponsors. Then the game reaches your wardrobe. Shirts, scarves, boots, keychains, phone cases. Merchandise turns emotion into revenue. When a star scores in a final, replica shirts sell out within hours. Clubs make money on everyone, and because fans are global, a club in Europe can sell shirts to someone on the other side of the planet who has never visited the city. The badge becomes a brand. And unlike players, a brand never gets injured, never loses form, and never asks for a transfer. Winning has a price tag too. The 2026 World Cup carried a record prize pool of around $871 million, split between the nations based on how far they went. Spain's Football Federation earned about $51 million for lifting the trophy. Argentina, the runners-up, took home about $34 million. That money flows back into federations and eventually into the clubs and systems that develop the players. So that one goal from Ferran Torres wasn't just a trophy. It was a $17 million difference between first and second place, paid out from a pool most fans never even think about. So when the whistle blew, who really won? The Spanish Federation, with $51 million in prize money. The broadcasters, who sold billions of viewers to advertisers. The sponsors, whose logos were seen by the entire planet. The stadium, packed to 80,000. The merch sellers, as replica shirts flew off shelves. And yes, the players, on their enormous wages and bonuses. The fans got a moment they'll remember forever, and paid for the privilege at every single step. Everyone in the machine got paid. The trophy was just the visible tip of it. Football looks like 11 players chasing a ball. But behind that beautiful simple game is one of the most powerful money machines on earth. TV, sponsors, transfers, wages, tickets, merch, and prize money. All spinning around 90 minutes of play. Ferran Torres scored one goal last night. But the real scoreboard, the financial one, was ticking up billions the entire time. Now you know how the game really works. Next time you watch a match, watch the money too.